flexibility. Tori was outside and inside, okay? You don't really have much moral ground to stand on. What other sisters do we know besides Venus and Serena? Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Comfort. Thank you so much for being with me today. I really do appreciate you. And I am back again with another challenge video, y'all. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy 2023. I hope this year brings all of us wonderful blessings, new opportunities. It is way better than 2022. Y'all, so we're going to get right into episode 11, y'all. The drama between Tori and Nurys definitely took a trip around the river bend. It ended great. You know, things happen, wonderful things happen for my good sis, y'all. And one of our favorites, if you're a challenge OG, then you know that one of our favorites, trivia, happened in this episode. And you know, trivia is always a good time. It shows who the intellects are and who the intellects are not, and even the ones that you thought were intellects go and embarrass their community. I always enjoy trivia episodes. All right, so we're gonna get right into it. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. On our way to 1,000. Shout out road to 1,000. Whoop whoop. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Welcome guys. I do different skits, different acting things on my shorts, and on the main channel I do recaps. I'm also going to be doing the best man recap, so you guys look out for that as well. So episode 11, if you don't remember, episode 10 had Horacio is back after his win against Kenny, but remember there's a little sneak situation happening because Kenny is actually technically still in the game waiting, because Ride or Dies is through and through. So as long as Casey's still in the game, Kenny still has an opportunity to come back and win the $1 million. So he's off in the wings somewhere waiting. Now, this is where I was confused. The name of the team keeps changing. I'm like, I think it's been Team Orange for Fessie's team, and Mariah's team, I thought it was pink. I thought it was green. And another episode it turned to somebody said yellow. I'm like, hello? I'm just gonna say Mariah's team and Fessie's team. That's just how we're gonna distinguish them. So Mariah's team has lost one male member, and Jordan is like, they cannot afford to lose any other one, so they got to get focused, and also they can't afford to lose their team morale by continuing to lose, so they got to get their heads in the game. Nurys and Nelson are talking. They thought that the vote was going to be for Jordan to go into the elimination, but clearly it ended up being Horacio. Nelson feels completely left out. Obviously him and Nurys are still Ride or Dies. They came in Ride or Die, so they still have each other's back, and Nurys is completely confused. Nelson is like, he didn't have nothing to do with the vote, that they're all just being fake. They knew what they wanted to do, that it's not really a team, it's like a team within a team, and he hates it. He's miserable. He hates his team basically. Then Nurys is worried also about being the vote to go into the elimination if they lose again, because it's going to be a girls' day, and obviously Tori's on the other side, and Nurys and Nelson sent a lot of people in, so she also kind of has a target on her back. But she's also mostly really worried about Tori because of the shenanigans that she has going on with Jordan, and she feels like Tori's gonna, I mean, rightfully so, you know, she's well within her right to get a little bit of revenge and get Nurys out of the game, and she's also a strong competitor, so it just makes sense, and she's a rookie, like the whole thing, right? So she got a big target on her back. Then we pan to Bananas and Fessie talking, and they're basically talking about how the teams ended up and that they're doing really well, and Bananas still reiterates that clearly Fessie got the better end of the deal, and Fessie is like, well, it wasn't really his fault because Mariah was so stuck on having Jordan, and she thought she was going to be able to get Jordan and Bananas, and Fessie somehow finagled his way into getting the stronger team, and all she got was really Jordan. Like, no shade, no seat, but you know, Devin, hello. Horacio is very, very strong though, by the way. That's a great competitor that she has on her team, but you know, not the team that she would have wanted, clearly. So Mariah and Amber are kind of talking about trust and who to trust in the game and who is trustworthy, and Mariah says that even though Amber and Fessie have like history and a past where they don't really trust each other, she feels like Amber is a good-hearted person, which she is, my good sis is, and so she's choosing to trust her, and she's not going to let whatever issue that they had in the past come between that. So y'all, now we are at the daily challenge, right? Like I said, it's trivia, y'all. So it's called spin class. So basically both teams are strapped to these two separate spinning wheels. TJ spins it because, you know, he's an evil genius. He spins it, and whatever team member it lands on has to answer a trivia question. If they don't answer, you got to spin for another 30 seconds. And you know how they do with trivia. It's like hit or miss. Right out the gate, y'all, these people, I'm like, do y'all live where we live? They didn't know. Some of the questions that they was asking, I'm like, hello. I would have beasted it. Ooh, Lord, put me on the challenge. I'd have beasted the little trivia. Just put me on the trivia part. I can do everything but eat. Child. So first, for Mariah's team, Amber goes, they asked her about Star Wars and who is CP3O's or whatever sidekick. At first, I didn't know that. I ain't gonna lie. At first, I didn't know, but then I thought about it and I'm like, oh, R2D2. That's like another prominent person. She didn't know it. They had to spin. Then we moved to Fessie's team and it was Chauncey's go. Y'all, Chauncey embarrassed the athletic community, the black community, the world at large. They asked him who are the two most famous tennis players then their sisters and their last name. What's their last name? He gonna say he don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know any two sisters. You can't. What other sisters do we know besides Venus and Serena? This man said he don't know. He said he didn't even try to guess. What? Is it the nose ring that's stealing your like brain circulation? Like, Amber, love you down, but like get it. What? I was like, no, Chauncey, no. So Chauncey failed. I can't recall what Banana's question was. Nani's question was about Frozen and what are the names of the sisters in Frozen. She didn't get it right. And Casey was like, I told you should watch Frozen again. Obviously it's Anna and Elsa. Nani didn't get it. They had to spin. And Anissa got a question about Romeo and Juliet. She got it right. So that's another point for the orange. They asked Jordan how to spell Anissa's last name and he misspells it. And she says it is difficult because, you know, it's Portuguese and it has some extra stuff. So he misspells that. So that's a fail for Mariah's team. So they have to spin again. Then Nurys gets asked a question about who are the famous video game brothers. And obviously it's Mario. And she gets that right for the green team or for Mariah's team, right? And that's like one of the first points that they actually get on the board. This stressed me out too. Like oh my God, I would have beasted this thing. Tori don't know what Good Will Hunting is. She never saw the movie. She don't know that Ben Affleck and Matt Damon are best friends. Fail for Fessie's team. Nelson farts because ill. Casey is a heathen. You don't even have to be a Bible thumper or a Christian. They asked her who are the two people that was in the Garden of Eden. Girl, duh. She gonna say Eden. Ma'am. How many times did I call you Eden? You think the two people in the Garden of Eden, you think one of them was named Eden? You think so? Is that what you think? Girl, Bessie said he's not even Christian and he knew the answer to that. Like, hello, help your friend, because why? Devin gets one for Mariah's team. I don't remember Devin's question. Olivia can't spell. Olivia, what did Olivia spell? Accommodate or something. She spelled something that she put a bunch of extra letters in there. She put a bunch of C's, a bunch of N's. It was a disaster. Olivia can't spell. Fail for Fessie's team. Then this was kind of funny and like kind of silly. They asked Mariah, what's Fessie's birthday month? Like, what month was Fessie born? She said September. Clearly it wasn't September, so she got that wrong. And I don't know what kind of writer that y'all like. You don't even know his birthday. Then they asked him how many siblings does she have, and he didn't know the amount of siblings that she had. And she was like, I guess my writer that doesn't know me as well as I thought he did. Girl, you didn't even know his birthday. Like, come on, Mariah. I don't really see it for Fessie, but come on. Hello, hypocrite much. They asked Nurys what's Nelson's swimming name, and she got it right, Scuba Nelly. So Nurys is putting points on the board, and then Nelson gets 2 right. Oh yeah, that's what I forgot. Nelson got 2 questions right. He got a Mary-Kate and Ashley question right about Full House. Nelson is not the trivia guy. Nelson is very dingy, no shade, no tea, right? But he got the Mary-Kate and Ashley question about Full House, and he got the question right about ice cream because they asked him what's a popular ice cream, and he said Ben and Jerry's, and he was right. Crazy, right? Nelson putting points on the board. Nurys putting points on the board. I was like, okay. Y'all, Devin, this was annoying as hell. So for Mariah's team, Devin goes, TJ asked him who sings the Empire State of Mind song, right? He said Jay-Z, which she got right, and he gonna say, well, Rihanna. Is it because she light skinned and black? Why Rihanna? I know Rihanna's done songs with Jay-Z, like, so I can understand, but no, Rihanna. Like, get it together. Y'all really gotta get it together. Maybe because they was spinning though. Like, maybe he just couldn't recall. He was just thinking, what, Run This Town or Umbrella or something, because no. That's a very, very popular song. Rihanna doesn't sound like that. Like, just anyway. Banana got asked this math equation and he got it right for Fessy's team. Unfortunately, Fessy's team wins again and Mariah's team takes another loss. So Fessy's team has to go and deliberate on who is going to be thrown into the elimination. And like I said, it is a girls' elimination day. Now it is time for us to go to the club. So they head to the club. This it made me laugh so hard. Nelson is sitting at the table with Devin. And Devin can't even really hear what he's talking about because Nelson is like mumbling under his breath how much he hates his team. He's like, I hate my team. It's stupid. But the way he looking is like you have to be over there with Fessy. Ooh, he hates his team and it's so funny. And really what he hates his team because he feels like him, Olivia or Nurys or whatever are at the bottom of the totem pole. Like they're not included in conversations. They just kind of got to go along to get along. That it's not really a team. And he says he'd rather be on a losing team that actually is one team than to be on a winning team where there are a bunch of fakes and a bunch of liars. But I mean, I don't agree with that. Like I'll take the winning lying team. It's fine. So then Amber's talking to Chauncey about the possible vote, like if she's going to be the one to be voted in. Chauncey's like, obviously, you know, he's not going to vote her in, and like, you know, he's trying not to let her know that he's kind of worried, but he's, you know, just trying to encourage her. And Amber's like, if it's between me and Nany, you know, we'll likely save each other, but everybody else, I'm not really sure where they stand. So then Mariah is talking to Bananas about, you know, what the vote is going to be. Bananas like, obviously he's not going to say her, but Bananas is like, so then who else? And Mariah kind of implies that the only girls left are going to be Amber and Nurys. And Banana's like, dang, that's cold, right? And obviously he's not going to say Nany. So then Tori's talking to Horacio and she's basically talking to him about how she's going to decide her vote. She says that Amber is a sweet girl, that Amber's never done anything to her, but she's a strong competitor. She says that Mariah saved her once, but she also has thrown her in once. And so she's not really sure where they stand. And she says that Nurys is cool and strong, but also she's dating her ex and it's complicated and she feels a way about that, but she also doesn't want to be spiteful. So it's really complicated and she doesn't really know who she's going to choose. So then after the club, we are back at the in-house tea. So basically Nany, Tori, and Aneesa are talking about the elimination and who's going to be the one that should be voted in. And Tori says that she's looking at the rookie girls to be thrown into the elimination and that she feels like Amber will likely save Nany, and Nany's like, yeah, she'll probably, you know, be saving Amber too. It'll be Nurys and Mariah, what they're thinking to be thrown into the elimination. So then Jordan is working out and Nurys stops him mid-workout and asks him for advice on what she should say when she goes into the deliberation room. And he's just kind of like, you know, just play it cool. Don't really give up who you're going to say or who you're going to save. You know, just kind of basically fight for yourself in there and let them understand that it's not the best choice for you to put you in there, but you know, kind of play it close to the vest and then you'll be fine. So y'all, some drama. While Jordan is talking to Nurys and kind of giving her the advice that she asked him for, Tori can kind of see it and she starts to feel really, you know, sad and jealous because she says that she can tell that there's actually a real connection, that at first she thought that he was just doing it to get back at her, but now she kind of sees that, oh damn, maybe he really likes her, and it reminds her of how they used to be. And they even show a flashback like, y'all, it's real. I'm like, dang, that's tough. That's really tough. Like, I can't lie, that's tough. Then y'all, we get to the deliberation room. So everybody's kind of talking about who they want to throw into the elimination and who they want to save, and obviously their ride or dies are on the other side, so everybody's kind of fighting for their ride or die. So Bananas is basically saying obviously he's not going to say Nany and he wants to know who is going to weaken their team most. Everybody kind of agrees that it would probably be Nurys that will weaken their team most, that she can basically do everything, so they kind of want to gun for her. Also agree that all of the competitors are strong. It's Mariah, Amber, Tori, and Nurys, and they all are strong in their own way. Oh, and Nany. They're all strong in their own way. 2 have made it to a final. The rest are strong competitors. 1 has gone into elimination already and come back. So it's like they're, you know, there's not anybody that would not be a threat in the final potentially. Y'all, then Nelson wants to air his grievance. So Nelson tells the team that he actually felt a way about not being included in the decision, that he doesn't want to feel like his team is leaving him out of things, and that he's not being told the truth. Things aren't transparent between them, and so he was kind of pissed about that. So Anissa kind of tries to cover it up and say, okay, well, let's just all be on the same page now. Fessy and Tori and all of them say, you know, they left them out of it on purpose, like not on purpose, but on purpose, basically, because Olivia was partners with Horacio, so she probably give him the heads up for what, I don't know what, for what reason they left out. Now, maybe Nelson would have told Olivia and Olivia would have told her. I don't know, whatever the logic was. Deliberation candidates come into the room. So first it's Nany, and Nany's basically like, you know, getting reassurance from Bananas. Obviously I'm not gonna say your name. Casey's like, obviously I'm not gonna say your name. She's like, thanks babe. And she basically says that she knows it's close to the end, that yes, she sees friends here, but she knows that doesn't really matter when you get that close to the end. She says she's not afraid of going up against any one of the girls. She feels like she could have an opportunity to win against any of them, and it is what it is, basically. So then Mariah comes in. At first she says she absolutely does not want to go in, just to make that clear. And then she goes with the strategy that she's gonna downplay her abilities, that, you know, she's a rookie and she's not really a threat to anybody, and so they should keep her in the game. And then they ask her who is it that she's gonna save if she ends up pulling the draw, and she says that she can't really share that because they're all strong competitors. She has all different relationships, so she's basically like, you know, playing it close to the vest and playing coy, and doesn't want to share who the names are so that it can't be used against her, essentially. So then Amber comes in, and Amber is basically like, she knows that she has been backstabbed by some people before, namely Nelson, and because she was backstabbed and she hasn't done anything, that she would love if they could have her back now and at least give her opportunity to pull in the draw so she's not immediately sent into the elimination. And they're like, basically, we'll see what we can do. And she's like, thank you so much. They ask her who she will save, and she plays coy and says that that's something she's going to figure out when she's down there, and she doesn't tell them, which is smart. Y'all, then Nurys comes in, and Nurys immediately, you know, gets praise from her ride or die Nelson. Nelson says she's so proud of her. She turned everything around for him, and that she's amazing and all the wonderful things. And then she gets into why she should be kept. And for some reason, Nurys has the strategy of playing up her abilities, saying how good she is, and, you know, smiling and being charming and the whole thing. And Tori looking at her like, girl, bitch, please. Like, Tori is not feeling it. Tori is just looking at her in disgust, right? She's like, Nurys is so charming and she's so pretty, and that, you know, she's kind of finagling her way out of the situation, that obviously as a woman she's going to feel a type of way, that a woman like this is kind of who she's in competition with. All the women leave. Bananas suggests that Nurys be the one to get put out because she not only did well in all the physical stuff, but she also did great in the puzzles that him and Nany were struggling with, and that that's somebody that he would not want to see in a final, that he knows that they should not want to see in a final. So all in all, after the women leave, they still can't really agree on who they decide to put into the elimination. So y'all, then we're back to the in-house tea, and Nany talks to Amber about basically saying that if she pulls first, that she'll save Amber. Amber will pull second, and if she pulls the safe, then she'll save Nany. So they make that deal. But then Nany meeting up with Mariah, and Mariah basically makes the same deal, and Mariah says that if she pulls the safe, that she's gonna save Nany. And Nany's like, okay, girl. So Nany doesn't really make the deal, but she doesn't reject the deal because she's like, I don't know what to say in this situation. I gotta save myself, right? We pan to Nurys trying to talk to Tori, aka trying to beg Tori, trying to find favor with Tori, child. So they on the flow. Nurys is over there saying that she, you know, apologizes, that it was a selfish move on her part for her to go and date or talk to canoodle with Jordan, and that she never meant to hurt her, and that in hindsight she realizes that it was not the best decision at the time, that she should have been more considerate. And Tori's like, you know what, it's cool. She wouldn't have done that to her as a woman. I mean, Tori, you don't really have much moral ground to stand on. You cheated on all of your boyfriends prior. You were all up and down frolicking on some island with Fessy. You was all up and down in the house with, was it Kels or who was it? She was, child, Tori was in the house. Tori was outside and inside, okay? So you don't really have much moral ground to stand on. She's basically like, she forgives her. And then she says that if Jordan didn't want to be with her, that he could have just told her that instead of leading her on and making her think that there was a possibility of them getting back together, which I don't disagree with. But also, you kind of got to be big girl and account. Well, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Let me know in the comments below how y'all feel about it. Do you think that Jordan led her on, or she should have known better than to think that it was something more than that after what happened? I don't know. So y'all, then we move to the elimination grounds, y'all. So Fessy's team basically has to say who they decide to throw into elimination, and they go one by one. So first it's Chauncey, and Chauncey says he votes in Nurys, obviously because he doesn't trust Nurys. Nurys was the one popping that nonsense about Amber, and Nurys and Nelson had threw him and his girlfriend into elimination. So period. Then Nelson, it's Nelson's turn. Nelson picks Mariah. Casey votes for Nurys. Olivia votes for Nany. Fessy votes for Amber. Duh. Bananas votes for Nurys. Anissa votes for Nurys. Tori votes for Nurys, which, I mean, not shocking, but also, I mean, I knew she was that girl. It's like, girl, come on. And she says it's not personal. It's gameplay. It's totally not personal. Girl. Anyway, the votes are majority for Nurys. So Nurys is automatically going into the elimination. So then it's time for the draw. So the draw is with Nany, Mariah, and Amber, y'all. So Nany goes first, and Nany pulls blank. Then it's Mariah, y'all. Mariah pulls the safe. Ooh, child. Remember, Mariah had to deal with Nany, and she does go ahead and save Nany, even though Amber is her rookie sis that they made that deal with. Remember, she said she was going to work with her, even though Fessy and her had an issue. Child, she went back on that. She reneged. Now she want to save Nany, which makes sense because she's dating or whatever she's doing with Bananas, and Bananas is Nany's partner. So, like, I get it, but still, whatever. So Amber understood. She was like, I mean, I would have saved Nany too if I would have pulled the safe, so it's cool. I get it. Excuse me, y'all. I have something in my mouth. It's really, really late, and I need something to help me stay awake, so just pardon me, please. I'm sorry. So the game for the elimination is called Pato Brawl, and it's basically an Argentinian version of pole wrestle. So they have this contraption thing that they have to wrestle out of each other's hands. Whoever does it 2 out of 3 times wins the elimination round, y'all. And they are going in, and luckily, this is why I was nervous about a pole wrestle, because I'm like, Amber's like such a small girl. I know she's strong, but I'm like, if she's up against like a girl that's much bigger, then I don't know. But her and Nurys are like about the same size, so it's really, really fair. Y'all, they go for what seems like hours. It wasn't even hours on the screen, but it was like a long time. They're holding onto this pole and twisted. Amber over there contorting her body, and this is flexible. Period flexibility. Amber gets the first one, y'all. She gets it out. Like, Nurys put up a good fight. I'm talking about it was long. If y'all saw it, y'all know it was a while. It was not like a quick thing, right? Amber did pull it out. You know, Chauncey over there cheering her on. Can I say I just love them as a couple. They're so cute. I feel like she really found her match and her heart match, and it's just, it's so sweet. She beats the first one, right? So the second one, y'all, she beats them, and she's twisting and doing all type of shenanigans with her body and pulling the thing and just, you know, doing her Amber, I'm a beast, I'm the queen thing. And all in all, guess who wins? Guess who wins? My good sis Amber's Wednesday. Amber wins the elimination, and unfortunately Nurys loses and is sent home. TJ says, you know, that Nurys really put up a good fight, that hopefully he'll see her in the future. And Amber is a beast, you know, she's a savage, that he's seen her through all type of crazy conditions, and she does not quit, she does not stop, and that she really beats it, that she's truly somebody to be hailed in the game, basically. And I concur. She's like, where's my man? Child, her man picks her up. He's like, I owe you a foot massage. And she's like, man, so cute, so romantical. That's really cute. I like real couples on the challenge. When people be doing them little, you know, because I just be like, child, don't get distracted in the game. But, you know, the established couples, I'm with it. Then, y'all, obviously, TJ lets Nurys know behind that, girl, you out, but you're not really out. As long as your ride or die is still in the game, you have an opportunity to win the $1 million. And obviously, she's crying and she's emotional because she was upset that she won before. But now that she has an opportunity to maybe win, she's like happy emotional, you know. But that is basically the episode, you guys. Go ahead and let me know what your thoughts were. Did you believe Tori talking about that it wasn't personal? Do you think that it was petty of her? Is it understandable? Do you feel like Nurys and Nelson just kind of got their karma? Because, you know, obviously it affects Nelson too. Just let me know your comments below. Please, please, please do comment. Y'all don't comment enough. Comment. Hello. Comment. Go ahead and comment below and go and hit the post notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop episode 10. I will be dropping these really quickly so that I can get ready for tomorrow's episode. And also subscribe to my channel, obviously. Please do subscribe to my channel, share this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.